Lighten up and shoot you all.
Okay. What is a tag-along? A tag-along is where I set up an organized event where you're going to come and shoot with me. So every day we've got something different planned, whether it be a professional model shoot or meeting models that we've never met before on the street, or I mean I've done these tag-alongs all around the world, whether it be Asia, Europe, the US, Latin America. So the idea is that I'm constantly wanting to evolve as a photographer, work on my creative ideas, work on different techniques. So on these trips, they're working on my personal techniques, but we're also going to work on your creative vision. I'm going to coach you through everything from start to finish, my formula, from the gear that's needed to get the shot that's sort of in your mind, to the technical aspects of things, and how to look at that not only just from a technical perspective, but how to look at it creatively. I'm not a camera scientist, so I much prefer to look at things from a creative kind of aspect. So we'll look at those technical things, and we're also on the creative view, how to work with the model, how to communicate with the model, how to find a model anytime, anywhere.
You know, when I first started, I invested in all the equipment and I learned the technical, I get it. But I never seemed to get that great shot. And Mikey showed me that, you know, I had to find my own creative artist, work with the subject, really bring my passion and my vision into the photography. And now it's really coming together for me.
So this is the depth of flash exposure issue. Light looks really, really good on her, but there's not much light on her because what's happening is as light travels over distance, it becomes less intense. So what we're going to do is back the light off and find that sweet spot so that both of them are illuminated. If she's a little bit darker,
she can be a little bit.
Okay, so good. So where was the light? Put it back where you had it before. Is that about where you had it?
Yeah.
Okay, so great. She's really nicely illuminated, so all we're going to do is just back it up. About here. Okay, so let's just try it. I'll do a quick test shot. It's about one stop. I'm at F11, so I'm just going to go to F8. That should do it. It looks good. One reason why I've just noticed is she's a little underexposed. The light's hitting this branch and it's darkening her face. Yeah, so just like that. When it comes to working with models, look, during these events, I'm definitely going to set up professional models because I love working with a professional model. It's just easier. But there's going to be times when we see somebody on these little trips, somewhere we see somebody really interesting and we're gonna have to approach them for the first time. We've never met them. They may not even speak our own language, and we're gonna turn them into our own personal model. So we're gonna go through that, how to do that, how to communicate.
Now, drop it like it's hot.
Drop it
like it's hot.
Drop.
Interrupt.
Drop it.
Drop it.
Like it's hot.
Like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
Hot. Caliente. Hot.
Drop
it like it's
No,
hot.
say drop it like it's caliente.
Drop it like it's hot.
Caliente.
Hot.
Sí, hot. But más rápido.
I think the one thing that I got from this trip that I was kind of lacking, I guess, prior to, was working with a model, whoever that might be, or the subject, and just basically trying to get across what you want, know when something's not working, know how to change it, or just know to change it, even if you don't know how to change it or what to make it. And pretty much just talking with the model more, communicating, whether it be Spanglish or boop boop boop, or anything just to get the point across. Just keep working until you like what you see, and keep going at it.
Also, when it comes to working with models, I've got 7 techniques that I use to bring out the best in any model, no matter what mood they're in. So those are some tips that I'm going to share with you and coaching ideas on one of these tag-alongs.
Yeah, sounds fantastico. Fantastico.
Working with Mike is really exciting. I'm looking forward to take now the other shots, and because I've never done something like that before.
Kind of like hide the lights on ready, go in and look. I've done this before. Okay, so she pops up. I thought we were just going to go to a park. She goes, well, I kind of want to go in this building and there's this room. I have permission, but I haven't quite gotten the permission yet, maybe?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said, well, we could sort of sneak in if we knew what the shot was, right?
Yes.
Quickly in, move in like ninjas, get the shot, and leave.
Did I? Oh, fuck. Can I just work like this? Your body has to be
This is tough because we need a lot of power. We're just using the speed light. The slave's not going off. We tested it before we went out and it didn't work. So what if she's looking back? Or no? What if you're coming this way, running this way, right at me? Your hand's more this way.
So in French. Can I say it in French? No.
Okay, so what can you expect on a typical day of one of these tag-alongs? Well, first of all, the tag-alongs are typically somewhere between 3 days and a week long, depending on the event. Every day there's going to be an organized shoot. There's going to be something planned, whether it be with a model, and then there's a dog! In fact, there's definitely lots of dogs on this particular trip. It's kind of normal, organized, whether it be with a professional model or a really interesting location with interesting people. I also try to always shoot with at least one really successful photographer wherever I am. I like to try to get a different perspective. Not only is this tag along for you, but it's also for me. I'm working on my personal creative vision, and I'm also coaching you through yours. So after we've shot all day, we're going to go back to wherever we're staying, and we're going to spend a little bit of time doing some post-production, maybe over a glass of wine, a little bit of time kind of looking at how we can creatively tweak photos, whether it be a black and white conversion, or maybe do something a little bit different. I've got a lot of Photoshop techniques that I've developed. I'm going to share those techniques with you and maybe help develop your own particular style that works for your creative vision as well. We did some hats. We had some fun. That's it.
You are funny.
The hot thermals in Santa Rosa, and we decided we would just stop anywhere along the road, anything interesting that we saw, and the first thing we saw were some military guys.
Yeah, and all of them were giving thumbs up, peace signs. They were super friendly.
It's all good in Colombia.
Looks like they were just trying to show that they exist and that they're here to support the country and just basically.
Of course, our translator decided he would go and get a little lunch across the street. He's like, "You guys are on your own." So with my really bad Spanish, I asked. There was 3 of them, 3 military guys. I asked if we could take photos, and I thought the guy said no, and I kept selling him and selling him and selling him. I had my iPad out and showing him photos, and he goes, "I said yes." So anyway, we wound up going. I thought it was pretty cool. We wound up setting up pretty much a whole like full-on lighting setup.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. We found a little field. There was some hills in the background and some rows of, I don't know what kind of plant it was or what kind of farm it was, but just really cool scenery back there, and we just set up a big old softbox and another softbox.
Dude, what did you?
Grid.
I mean, did you not think at all that it was weird? The guys had machine guns.
It was pretty crazy because I was trying to position them and model them a little bit, and like had to touch the gun at times, and I don't know if they were okay with that. I got a little uncomfortable in that.
And then Troy got in there and he was totally manhandling the gun. I was like, oh man, this is weird.
And then Keith asked if they could fire off a round. Mikey had some like softer, kind of more cinematic, dramatic stuff going on, which is really cool. And then I got a hold of them and kind of did some more intense lighting and like still some really colorful stuff with the hills and the city in the background.
And you got the group shot, which I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get.
Well, we can stop today and get more.
They pack you in it when you die.
Whoa! The big question I get is what gear to bring. Well, it really kind of depends on what we're going to shoot and where we're going. The people in Singapore, here in Chinatown, were amazing.
Superstition, premonition. about the shot. Lock down.
Sometimes it might just be one day that we're shooting with just natural light. We're going to take one camera, one lens, maybe a scrim and a reflector. Other times we might want to do a lot of walking. For example, maybe we're going to go into a small village and we don't have the luxury of working out of the back of a vehicle. So we'll just take what we can carry on our backs, go with really minimal gear.
Really muddy, kind of rough conditions, so we're going to take a couple speed lights. Got a couple of basic modifiers. We're going to use a 28-inch softbox today. Correct. I've got a scrim which we can shoot through, and I've also got a reflector and I've got a flag. So we've got some gels, so we can do. We decided we would use red and yellow. Not sure what we're going to do with that yet. Really basic, simple stuff. I'm bringing 2 lenses. What are you bringing?
I got my wide angle 70-40 and a 50mm.
I basically have the same thing. I got a 20-35, 2.8, and a 50-1.4. You know what? If I can just grab my neutral density filter, let's go. Cool.
We made it. We are here. It's Colombia. And the other side is Panama.
The models in Colombia really liked us and they were hot.
I think we're gonna wrap it up, so get some rest, because we had a long day and we're gonna do it all over again tomorrow. Work on creative lighting tomorrow. We're gonna work on a new thing that I'm doing called Mikey's Bag of Tricks. Here up in the mountains getting ready to shoot some indigenous people. We're here visiting. Absolutely incredible, really amazing. More on the story about them in a minute, but look. The gear we're going to be using, really super sunny out. So we got some power. We got a 640 watt alien bee head. Not sure, I just travel with it like this with the grid. Not sure if I'm going to use it, but it's on there. On there I got the mini Vagabond, which is powering it. Gotta have the mini if you're going to use. To put on my stand, I like to put a bag in this bag. Hey! These kids are funny. Taking my neutral density filter, got a lens cloth. I've got extra lens. I'm going to use it probably an 80 to 200 I've got in there. Anyway, just it's good to have a little bag on the side. Second light, using the silly string technique that I like to use. Got a 400 watt Photix light. You could also use B&H's Impact brand. It's the same exact thing. Impact triggers, along with the battery pack that goes with it. These are a little bit different. I'm using road rags made by Matthews. Flags, I just stick it on there if I need it. If I really want to control the lighting, I'll flag it. In here in the bag, I've got a 28-inch softbox and a 50-inch softbox. And we've got a reflector. So with that, I should be able to get a number of different shots. Listo!
Other times we may rent a car or have an assistant help carry our gear. So we can take the fat pack, we can take everything, take all the lights, all the light modifiers, all the lenses, and have the luxury of being as creative as we want to get. So we'll do a mix of everything on these tag-alongs as far as the gear is concerned.
Silly string lighting rocks!
So this took a couple minutes to kind of tweak him to get it. The panel is kind of tough. You all right, Zon?
Definitely got a good shot of it.
Yeah, that looks good. What I want to do now is just totally flip this thing around and shoot this way. Okay, so what I did is the girls were standing right over here where the camera is now, and all we're doing is flipping them around. It's a silly string technique. Just going to flip them around and face them this way. All I had to do was move the models, didn't even move the light. Just move the models. Okay. All right.
Simon says that.
Look at her. She's awesome. So what we're going to do is just really quickly have my panel right here. This is where I want my panel. Just a matter of the little Simon Says action. Just hang out right there. I don't want you to move because I just want to see test my light. It's fucking badass. Stay exactly where you are. These are great. I'm gonna do the shots from here up, okay? So don't even worry about your feet. If you want to move and count, you can.
Get it.
That is really nice. I'm just gonna move this way because there's a car. And just block that car. She's got a little bit of a curl in her hair right there that I'm not really digging.
Yeah. Her.
Actually, can you do that where it's more on your jacket? Just
All
messy.
your hair in front and fluff it.
That's cool. It looks really, really good. I like it. Now what I want you to do is turn your head this way. Look straight out. Look this way. Well, I blinded you, I could tell.
Yeah. I can do the 1, 2, 3.
Here's what we're gonna do. It's really, really simple. It's on. Move over to the same exact spot, just do this, and now we're gonna block your face.
Oh, there we go.
And we're gonna and we're gonna crash the light.
Hi.
I'll be everything you ever really wanted to make.
Well, one of my best actually was with you. Our last shoot was really, really fun. We had a lot of run-ins. Yeah, we had
the cops show up. We almost started a riot because we were in kind of a bad part of town.
In the ghetto, and the cops blocked off the street for us so that we can shoot undisturbed, which was really pretty cool. And we came across these parrots that...
Oh, that's the guy that had the parrots.
Yeah.
And the parrot bit you on the neck.
Yeah, he bit me, and we got a picture of that, and it was just really interesting, and it made for a really cool day. So
we had a lot of good shots that day. Yeah. What about...
So I just kind of hung back and watched the gear and made sure no one was running everybody over, and just waited for you guys, which were just bringing back models constantly, so I really didn't need to be doing that at all.
But sort of like after kind of now that we've been doing this for a couple of days, it's pretty easy, no?
I feel much more comfortable talking to people that
Also, I can move the model. It helps me with direction. She's just very relaxed. Her first photo session, so I'm just kind of relaxing. I actually want to let one of these kids take the photo. I'm going to get the light right, and then I'm going to let them take it. So I just move her, a little silly string. Then I can just kind of quickly make sure the light's where I want it. Esta mano, acá. Aquí, para foto. Ojo aquí. ¿Quién es? No. Perfecto. Acá. Pero quiero la mujer en la media de la foto. ¿Entiendes?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Mira.
1, acción.
¡Ah! ¡Qué rico! Big question I have on these is the technical. Hey, I don't really know a lot about lighting, or I'm not really sure how to dial in exposure. Well, look, first of all, this is not a workshop. We're not going to sit in a classroom and go through a bunch of slides and a bunch of notes. This is going to be you getting down and dirty and shooting and having to think for yourself. And I'm going to help you with that. Oh, look, I'm not a camera scientist. I'm more of a creative artist. I look at all this technical information from a creative point of view. You're going to be shooting and you're going to go through these technical things, and I'm going to be coaching you so that you can look at things from a creative aspect. I'm not a camera scientist. I look at all the technical information from more of a creative perspective. I look at it and go, well, if I do this, how does it enhance the photo? Those are the kind of things that we're going to work on. Also, prior to the event, if you have any questions, I'm in constant contact with people. I'm available to have conversations on Skype or via email. So we'll make sure that we get you to the point that you need to be so you feel comfortable, so we can get the most out of this trip.
Photographically, I took away a lot from Michael. Every time we talked with someone, we described him as our teacher, and he kept telling us that wasn't it, that he was just shooting with us, but the reality is he was helping us learn, and each of us took away a lot.
These tag-alongs are a lot of fun. It gives me an opportunity to shoot for myself, work on my own personal goals. It gives me an opportunity to help you work on your own creative vision, which I love. I love shooting with other people, love making new friends. So shoot me an email. Let's set up a time when I can call you and set up some kind of event somewhere in Asia, Europe, Latin America, or in the US. So I look forward to talking to you.
That you just can't hide. Why do I know
The way you can give when you don't even try. Your gift has no